Peace and blessings, family. Will Myers with Myers Massage and Bodywork and Myers Impact, and coming at you with this video titled Awareness versus Action. Okay, if you know me, if you've met me for an hour, if you've known me my entire career, you know, and I'm proud of being a man of action. I get that from my father, 86-year-old black man in America who, as you can imagine, has dealt with a lot. If you want to hear about racism and systematic oppression, you know, speak to that generation, speak to the people who have been here. Okay. Upon speaking with him this morning and really starting to understand his viewpoints on everything, it really compelled me to want to make this video because, you know, we are focused on awareness right now, yet we haven't transitioned to action. Okay, we can think about awareness, and you know, awareness is incredible. So to all of those who have been out there protesting, to all of those who have made your signs, to those who have posted the black box on your page, to those who have bought the shirt and supported the Black Lives BLM hashtag, to those who have supported the movement, thank you. And to even those who haven't posted anything and haven't made your voice heard or how you feel heard, but you on the inside are thinking about what's going on and starting to understand, thank you for opening up your mind. Okay, so the only issue with awareness is awareness never ends up going anywhere. Okay, I was speaking to my father and he was talking about how they were working on awareness. I mean, he's 86 years old. They've been doing this for a long time. And it got me to think, you know, are we in a position of insanity, repeating the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result? And he kind of laughed, and I had to think about it. I was like, you know, we've been raising awareness and protesting for a long time. Are we in a point where we're just protesting the fact that they're not listening to our protests? And at a certain point in time, it just doesn't make sense. You know, we have to transition from the awareness category to the action category. Okay, when I think about awareness right now, you know, the box that is police brutality, check mark. The box that is racism in the workplace, check mark. The box that is systematic oppression, check mark. The box that is food deserts and boarding a home, check mark. We've got it. We're aware. But at a certain point in time, we've learned that awareness becomes dangerous. And in our present day right now, I mean, how many more videos do we have to see of people in a peaceful crowd getting mowed down by someone in their truck because they have certain views that are opposing? You know, how many people do we have to see thrown onto the ground with their heads busting open when they were peaceful protesters? You know, like, it's at a certain point where these people woke up and maybe it was their first time deciding, you know what, I'm gonna exercise my right, my free right to protest. And these people are coming home with injuries that will change their lives. Our lives were already rocked by a virus that shut down our economic world. You know, now we have injuries, we have people who are dying for, yes, a good cause. I understand what they're coming from and where they're coming from and trying to have their voice heard. But for those of you who say that they should have been home, understand the awareness needed, that people needed to understand what was going on. But we're not in a position where we need to continue getting hurt. Okay? Now, my point with this awareness is now that it has started to become dangerous, it's time for us to transition to action. Okay, so I pulled together this quick little list of 5 steps of action that you could take because of the time that we are right now. Now, like I said, you know, if you know me, man of action, you know, I'm not the type to necessarily create awareness of what I'm doing, telling people, oh, I plan on doing this, I plan on doing this, I plan on doing this. I just like to show you after I've already done it. Hey, this is what I did. Okay, that's true business and success and growing, is that you don't need to tell everybody what you're doing, you just get it done. Okay, so let's talk about that action. 5 steps. The first one that I have on here is networking. Okay, we are in a position now where everyone is connected. Either you can talk about the virus, you can talk about BLM, or you can talk about, you know, global warming. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can talk about. We are connected in some shape or form. You have an opportunity to get yourself into a social network and find people that you can build with. Okay, the point of networking is to grow. You're always going to be a result of the people that are surrounding you and influencing you. So you now have an opportunity to put yourself in a group that will help you grow. Okay? Number 2 is to become a business owner. Once you've networked and learned how to get to all these different people, now it's time to figure out, how can I create a service, create a need, fill a void, fix a need, and profit off of it, make money to take care of my family and my neighborhood off of it. Okay, it's time to become a business owner and understand how to leverage your social network. Okay, we're all out here on Instagram, social media, making things go viral. Imagine if that was something that was promoting your business. Okay. Number 3, we got to develop generational wealth. Okay, in the Black community, we know it's been talked about for years that it is so difficult to take money and increase it over generation. It is always just slowly depleted, mainly because of our leaders focused on materialism, but may also because we're not taught how to develop a business that we can then pass down income and properties and homes and all that stuff to our families and communities. So learning how to develop generational wealth. Okay. Number 4, getting into the stock market. Okay. For those of you who have never even taken a look at the stock exchange, I can tell you, before this whole thing happened, when we were in the COVID pandemic, specifically in that, there was one group that was financially destroying them, and there was another group that they were making more money than they've ever made in their lives. Okay. That group of people, the percentage of them that were in the stock exchange and stock market is absurd. The opportunities to make money right now in the stock exchange, it'll blow you out of this water, and I don't care what you look like. Okay, because it's all about understanding how to trade and how to buy and sell and all that, and how to make and understand long-term longevity, understanding that the money's going to be there 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now. We're not just trying to make something for next month. Okay, especially right now, people making thousands of dollars per week. It's crazy. Okay, the 5th one, get into the real estate industry. Okay, we've learned that the real estate industry, there are ways to generate income and develop property and get property under your belt so that you can go ahead and just develop that for your families. I saw a post recently of a small town in Georgia, $1.7 million. It's got a bank, a grocery store, it's got all sorts of stuff. It's a small town, a freaking town, for the price of some condos and homes in New York City, right? I mean, you can say what you want about him, but Kanye West just purchased 10,000 acres. Okay, say what you want. The money's there, the genius is there, the idea is there, the property is now purchased. 10,000 acres. Can you imagine not being able to see the end of your property? Now, yes, he's in a different financial system than us and situation than us, but that doesn't mean that you can't start buying up where your community. Okay? We all are in a position right now to influence, and the next generation is, everyone's watching. It's like, okay, we've got, a lot of us have kids. I've got a great friend of mine who just gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and we have to think about, like, what's that generation's life going to be? It's up to us, right? Are we going to be able to pass down wealth? I love hearing from some of my coaches talking about what they've already put together in stocks and real estate for the children who aren't even talking yet. Okay, we all are in that opportunity. Okay, so, I didn't want to do too long on this, because I know there's a lot going on, but the importance of this whole thing is we need to take action. Okay, we've been in the awareness category for a couple weeks now, and some would say for years. It's time to start taking action. Okay, it's time to take the spoon that's been spoon feeding you and start feeding yourself and feeding your family. Be in control. That's all we're saying. You have an opportunity. It's 2020. Okay, you can start now. If you haven't been doing it, you can start now. Okay, whether it's networking, becoming a business owner, developing generational wealth, getting into the stock market, or even getting into real estate. Now, there are so many more ways and options and things you can do, but it's time to take action. Okay, if you want to support the Black community, support Black businesses. Okay, if you want to develop generational wealth for your income, develop a business yourself and figure out how to network and impact your community in a good way. Okay, if you sat through this, thank you. If you know anybody that could benefit, shoot it off to them. But have an incredible, blessed day. Thank you. Will Myers. See you soon.